Hi everyone, it's Joe here again for another Business Tip Thursday. Today I want to talk to you about something that you have to think about once your company has been running for some time between 2 to 10 years. Which is, do you scale up or do you specialize? Business owners face this question all the time. Do I diversify and scale up and open more branches, or do I really become the authority that does this one thing better than anyone? Both things have advantages and disadvantages. For example, let's talk about diversification. Once you start to diversify and offer different products, you can spread yourself too thin. Maybe you start to really underdeliver on the quality because you're trying to do more than what you can chew. The advantage is, of course, that you will conquer new markets. For example, we started off as a drum academy. It was just me running a drum studio. 2 years later, I decided to expand and become a Leeds music academy. So now this was an all-round music school. Maybe there was a branching out while still being a specialist, but this year we decided to full-on diversify and tackle new markets when we opened a yoga academy. So that was a complete disruption from what we've been doing so far, and it was an attempt, and successfully so far, at entering new markets and offering a new service. Now, like I said, the advantages are obvious. You enter new markets. What I would advise from experience, when you diversify, make sure that you hire someone who knows what they're talking about when it comes to that new service or product. You can't know everything about all the markets. When I hired our first yoga teacher, I unofficially made her my consultant because I did not know the market very well. I did some market research, but she was a specialist. So in a way, my company diversified, but the person with whom I'm consulting and to whom I ask questions is in fact a specialist. So we didn't really lose that specialist quality. On the other hand, if you want to specialize and double down on what you do really well, what I would advise is that you really over-deliver. Everything you do has to be better than everyone else in your area, in your market. I don't mean just a little bit better, I mean 25 times better. Maybe you need to price yourself a little bit higher instead of lower. Maybe you need to create more content that establishes you as an authority. Maybe you need to become an author, write a blog, create a vlog. Everything should be around that brand that will make you the specialist that people will trust. Of course, the advantages are obvious. You might become your own market. You're so much better than everyone else. Your delivery is so much better. The service you provide is so much better that you outmarket everyone else by creating a market of your own. The disadvantage is, of course, that you have less potential for growth, and scaling might be a bit more difficult unless you go online, which of course again makes it more difficult to be a super focused specialist. Locally, that's not so difficult. Globally, that's a big challenge. So that's the question you have to ask yourself. Why and how would you diversify or specialize? The why is extremely important. I mean, if you don't have a reason for why you should expand and diversify, I would not take that extra load of work on me. I mean, why do it? That's the question, right? If you don't have a why as to why you should specialize, maybe you're not highly qualified. Maybe you're not a true specialist. Maybe you're just someone who's passionate about something, and that's great. But in that case, I would advise you to avoid putting on the airs of authority and instead diversify what you offer, hire people who know what they're doing, hire specialists, and become the face of the company. Your passion will sell. Don't worry about that. But don't try to be an authority in what you're not. Like I said, I don't know anything about yoga, but I understand that that's a market that I wanted to go into. I hired someone who is a specialist and has been of incredible value to the company. That's today's tip for you guys. Diversify or specialize? That's the question. Good luck. Take care.